So if you have RBF, there's a couple of things you could do to still come off approachable in social situations. Hi, I'm Day. I give advice on how to navigate social situations and how to avoid social awkwardness. So one thing you could do in a pinch, and I say this as someone who has RBF myself, like if I relax my face, I always laugh when I try to show people, but like, yeah, that's what I look like. If looks could unalive, I'd be on the 6 o'clock news. But one thing you could do is like, okay, I'm gonna go from RBF to more approachable, okay? So relax. Then I'm gonna raise my eyebrows just a little. See my eyes open up and they don't look squinty and like I wanna unalive you. And then my face, my lips, which are naturally a little bit downturned, I bring the corners of my lips up just a little bit so that there's a slight, not smile, but smile. So okay, it looks a little bit more pleasant, a lot less like it'll get away from me. But I'm gonna be honest, and I feel like this is probably gonna be a little bit controversial. I recommend only using that in a pinch when you really need to not show your RBF. Like let's say you're on a job interview and the impression you make determines whether you're gonna get a job, right? But more so than hiding your RBF, I want you to focus on reducing your anxiety. And that's going to come from two things. Number one, distraction is a really, really powerful tool. You could go on, so I recommend not being a wallflower and like just hiding in the background. But when you're at social situations, maybe you could distract yourself with something on your phone. Like it could be a game, you could be writing something in your notes app, whatever it is. Another way is people watching, so you could observe the people around you for a bit. One thing I like to do is I like to make up imaginary life stories for people just based on what they look like, even though obviously I don't know that because I don't know them, but it takes my mind off of thinking about me and instead I'm thinking about other people, so I'm less self-conscious. And the third tip I have, which I think is honestly the most important, and this is the part that I think is going to be controversial, just own it. Listen, I wouldn't recommend like spending the entire time worried about what your face looks like, because then it's going to take you out of the moment and you might have trouble connecting with people because you're so worried about how you come across. What you can do is you can let your face look how it looks, but here's the thing. One person with RBF to another, if you naturally look mean, you have to take more initiative to approach people. Because let's say, okay, you're at a party, you're standing, your face looks mean, but then you go up to someone and you're like, oh my God, I love your jacket or something like that. And you start up a conversation with them. And the impression is going to be like, oh, she's really cool. She looked mean, but I mean, I guess maybe that's just her face. If you mingle and you take the initiative to approach people, then that's going to counteract the way that your face naturally looks. And that's going to help people have a good impression of you. Because I'm sure your face is going to react naturally to what people say, right? You know, if they make you laugh, you're going to smile, you're going to laugh, and all that stuff. And if you're engaged in a conversation with them, I mean, you can't be that bad, right? But if you're sitting in the corner not talking to anybody and your face looks mean, that's when people are going to be like, oh, she looks mean. I don't know. I don't want to approach her. For us people with RBF, the world tries to make us self-conscious about it. I started pushing back against that and allowing myself to show up as myself, and I think that's the best decision I've ever made. I'm able to be so much more present when I'm talking to people, when I'm not worried every second about what my face looks like. And as much as it can be uncomfortable for someone to comment on what your face is looking like and tell you that your face looks mean, I think the best thing you could do is just own it. Be like, yeah, I have RBF. Yeah, I have resting bitch face. And who knows, the person you're talking to could be like, oh my God, yeah, me too. And that's something you have in common, because this is something that a lot of people have. Don't let the world make you feel ashamed about it.